Find the natural domain and corresponding range of g of f of x if f of x is x squared plus 2 and g of x is negative 1 over x plus 2. So we're doing g of f of x. That means that we're going to do f first and we're going to follow it up with g. So if we put x in here, we're going to get x squared plus 2 come out of f. And then we'll have negative 1 over x squared plus 2 plus 2. Okay, there is no problem with this. We know that we can't have x equals 0 in there, but it's not going to be a problem because this has to be bigger than or equal to 2. So we can't have a situation where 0 goes underneath. And we can see that here because we've got x squared plus 2 underneath. So in other words, we can say that g of f of x is equal to 2 take away 1 over x squared plus 2, and just state x is a real. That is our natural domain. Now let's think about the range. So think about this function here. The largest value it could possibly take is 2, because it's 2 take away something. And let's think about that something. So we've got 1 over x squared plus 2. The smallest x squared can be is 0. That means that a half is going to be the largest possible value of this fraction. As x gets bigger, the fraction gets smaller and smaller. Now if we have 2 take away a half, that's going to be 1.5 or 3 over 2. As the fraction gets smaller and smaller because x is getting bigger and bigger, or x squared is getting bigger and bigger, we're going to be taking less and less away from 2. But we'll never get to a situation where we actually get to 2, because despite the fact that fraction is getting smaller and smaller, it can never get to 0. So what we have as far as the range is concerned is that y is a real. Then y must be greater than or equal to 3 over 2, which we established over here, but it's going to be less than 2, strictly less than 2, because it will get very, very, very close to 2 as this fraction goes closer to 0, but never actually reach 2 because the fraction can't be 0.